3, 2, 1.
Everybody got a target tonight. Everybody come along for the ride.
All my life, I have answered every call to honor you.
2026 is not playing around. This year is stacked with some of the biggest, most brutal, most insane action movies we've ever seen. From massive superhero wars to gritty survival battles. This list has everything. These are the 25 action movies you absolutely cannot miss in 2026.
All my life, I have answered every call to honor you.
Number 1, Avengers: Doomsday. The Avengers are back, and this time the stakes have never been higher. This is the multiverse war Marvel has been building toward for years. Dr. Doom steps in as a villain who doesn't just want to destroy, he wants to control everything.
So that I may fight once more, defeat one more enemy, and return home to her.
The scale of this film is unlike anything the MCU has done before. Familiar faces return, but nothing is safe this time. Every decision, every alliance, every sacrifice matters. This is the movie Marvel fans have been waiting for since Endgame. If you thought Infinity War hit hard, Doomsday is coming for everything. Number 2, Dune: Messiah, the desert epic continues. And this chapter goes even darker. Dune: Messiah picks up after Paul's rise to power, but power comes with a brutal price.
You need to be strong, like her mother.
So he would have the wisdom of his grandfather.
I'm doing the best I can to protect my family.
This isn't just a war story anymore, it is a story about what happens when a hero becomes something terrifying. Denis Villeneuve brings the same stunning visuals, the same heavy silence, the same sense of dread. The political tension here cuts deeper than any sword. Fans of the books know exactly what is coming, and it is devastating. For everyone else, nothing can fully prepare you. This is science fiction at its most epic and most painful.
Suit yourself.
Mother.
Go home!
Number 3, Spider-Man: Brand New Day. Spider-Man is back on the streets, and this time it feels raw. Brand New Day strips back the big CGI battles and goes gritty and personal. Peter Parker is fighting criminals who don't care about superheroes, they just want him gone.
Hey, come on, pretend like you're not the happiest you've ever been in your entire life.
Hi, my name is Peter Parker. Because I'm not just Peter Parker. I'm Spider-Man.
If DNA is mutating, it would be enormously dangerous.
We are faced with a danger that we can't control. One we can't even see.
Kind of.
Nice flowers.
Oh, they're a housewarming gift.
I'm MJ.
I'm just a neighbor from across the hall.
Friendly neighbor.
The tone here is dark, grounded, and tense in a way the Spider-Man films haven't been before. It feels closer to a street crime thriller than a typical comic book movie. The action is brutal and fast with no safety net. This version of Spider-Man bleeds, struggles, and barely makes it through. If you want your Spider-Man with real weight,
Were you doing that?
Are you coming or what?
Number 4, Mortal Kombat II. The tournament is back, and it is even more brutal this time. Mortal Kombat Decade takes everything that worked in the first film and turns it up to the maximum.
You're Johnny Cage. I loved Citizen Cage when I was a kid.
I'm an actor.
I find you annoying.
All right, you big ugly fuck.
Only the strong survive.
It's showtime.
The fights are harder, longer, and far more violent. Each character brings their signature moves, and the fatalities don't hold back. The story digs deeper into the lore, adding real stakes to the battles. It is not just about who wins, it is about who survives. Fans of the games will see some iconic moments come to life in ways they never expected. This is pure combat cinema, loud, bloody, and completely unapologetic. Number 5, The Mandalorian and Grogu. The galaxy's most beloved duo is finally hitting the big screen. After the incredible success of the television series, Mando and Grogu are stepping into a full cinematic adventure. The scale here is massive. Bigger sets, bigger battles, bigger threats. But at the heart of it is still that same quiet emotional bond between a warrior and a child. The action sequences are expected to be some of the most impressive Star Wars combat ever put on screen. This isn't just for fans of the show, it is for anyone who loves a great action adventure. The Force... Number 6, Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. This is not the Supergirl you think, you know. Woman of Tomorrow follows Kara on a brutal galaxy-spanning revenge mission.
It's a very high bar to clear. Okay, this does not... no. He sees the good in everyone. And I see the truth. Look like this is gonna end well. It's a pretty small group of 2.
This on your planet have housing.
And she is not holding back. This version of the character is ruthless, scarred, and completely done playing nice. The cosmic scale of the story takes her far beyond Earth into genuinely dangerous territory. She is not fighting to save everyone, she is fighting because she has to. The tone is dark, the action is relentless, and the emotional core hits hard. For people who wrote off Supergirl before, this film is the reset everything needed. Number 7, The Odyssey. Christopher Nolan is taking on one of the greatest stories ever told. The Odyssey adapts Homer's ancient epic into what promises to be a massive cinematic experience.
And home.
Promise me you will come back.
Nolan's signature visual style, practical effects, IMAX cameras, and a non-linear timeline could make this feel completely fresh. This is not a simple adventure story. It is a war epic, a survival story, and a meditation on what it means to find your way home. The scale of production is reportedly enormous. Expect breathtaking battles, mythological creatures, and deeply human emotion. If anyone can make an ancient story feel urgent and modern, it is Nolan. Number 8, Flowerville Street. Flowerville Street is the kind of thriller that sneaks up on you on the surface. It looks like a quiet neighborhood, but something deeply wrong is buried underneath. This high-stakes sci-fi mystery builds its tension slowly before exploding into something completely unexpected. The concept is original in a year full of sequels and reboots. Every scene feels like it is hiding something, keeping you locked in and suspicious. The action, when it finally comes, hits with real force because of how carefully the film sets it up. It is smart, strange, and genuinely unsettling. Fans of slow burn sci-fi thrillers are going to love this one.
Let the 50th Hunger Games begin!
Number 8, The Hunger Games. Sunrise on the Reaping. The Hunger Games universe is back, and this chapter might be its darkest yet. Sunrise on the Reaping takes us to the infamous 50th Hunger Games, also known as the brutal double quarter quell.
Strict 12. Twice the glory. It's quarter quell.
The rules rules are changed, the stakes are doubled, and the Capitol's cruelty is on full display. This prequel digs deep into the world before Katniss, showing how the system was built to crush hope completely. The survival sequences are expected to be intense, gritty, and deeply emotional. This is not a soft story. People go into the arena and do not come out the same. The Hunger Games is back and it brought its teeth with it. Number 10, Mayday. When a plane goes down under impossible circumstances, survival becomes everything. Mayday is a high-altitude action thriller that never lets you breathe.
There, to the right. Hold, on 3. We can do this. All right, ready.
The tension builds from the very first scene and doesn't stop until the credits roll. What makes it special is that it grounds its big action moments in real human fear. Not superhero fantasy, every decision the characters make feels like it could be the last one. The film plays with claustrophobia, altitude, and desperation in a way that keeps you completely locked in. It is the kind of survival thriller that reminds you how fragile everything really is, fast, intense, and impossible to look away from.
I am a girl who loves my island.
Number 11, Moana. The live-action Moana is not just a remake, it is a full cinematic event. Everything that made the original animation beloved is expanded here into a grand physical adventure. The ocean, the creatures, the mythology.
I'm the girl who loves the sea. It calls me. One day I'll know how far I'll go. I am Moana.
All of it is brought to life on a massive scale. The action sequences are expected to be visually stunning and emotionally resonant at the same time. This is the kind of blockbuster that works for everyone, kids, adults, families, and action fans alike. The heart of the story hasn't changed, a young warrior choosing her own path against all odds. But the scale of how that story is told, completely new level. Don't underestimate this one.
Why did you send me away?
I wanted you to be safe.
Number 12, Masters of the Universe. He-Man is finally getting the epic blockbuster treatment he always deserved. Masters of the Universe is a massive fantasy action spectacle set between two worlds.
Is real.
So I sent you to a place I knew that they'd never find you.
They're having sword things. It's not a good look for human resources.
That sword is gonna show me the way home.
Mine.
What? You protect them.
The futuristic Eternia and a modern Earth setting. The clash of those two worlds creates something wild, colorful, and completely over the top. This film isn't shy about being big and loud and full of insane visual moments. Skeletor is one of the most iconic villains in animation history, and seeing him on the big screen should be something special. The action here is pure spectacle, designed to make your jaw drop. It is bold, it is unapologetic, and it looks incredible. Number 13, Street Fighter. Street Fighter is back, and this time the studio is clearly taking it seriously. The reboot brings the iconic fighting game to life with a focus on intense martial arts action and a story that actually respects the source material. Characters like Ryu, Chun-Li, and M. Bison are given real depth and real menace. The fights are high energy, hard-hitting, and loaded with fan service for longtime players. This isn't the campy version from the 90s. This is a proper action film that happens to be based on one of gaming's greatest franchises. Every fight feels like a round in the best way possible. The energy is relentless from start to finish. Street Fighter fans have waited a long time for this, and it looks worth the wait.
And if I can't understand what he's saying, he puts on a little puppet show for me and my tiny brain, and you know what? I don't mind it.
Number 14, Project Hail Mary One Man. Alone in space with the fate of Earth in his hands, Project Hail Mary is an adaptation of Andy Weir's beloved sci-fi novel.
Is that me?
You don't care if I die. It's now or never.
The consensus here is that it would...
And it is already one of the most anticipated films of the year. The science is real, the tension is real, and the emotional payoff is unlike anything else on this list. What starts as a survival story slowly becomes something much more unexpected and deeply moving. There is action here, but it is the kind of action that comes from solving impossible problems with nothing but your brain. This is intelligent science fiction at its absolute best. If The Martian got you hooked, Project Hail Mary will go even further. It is not just a great sci-fi film, it might be a great film, period.
3, 2, 1.
Number 15 in The Gray. Guy Ritchie directing a high-octane action thriller, Say No More.
Call Gary into my office. There is a situation here.
I assure you you'd like to listen. The alternative is...
B.
Gary steps forward and you spend the next 6 hours sponging him off the walls. I know which version.
In this job, when mistakes are made, you need insurance.
I just told you, it's silk.
Tick every box.
Tick every tuck.
Lube every wheel.
Lick every stamp. 50, ram it, Janet.
They work between the moral and the immoral.
I foresee a problem. I am aware that there is a 300-foot deep untraversable ravine, but if you...
In The Gray brings Ritchie's signature style, sharp editing, brutal fights, and clever storytelling, to a story packed with danger and intensity. The action sequences are reportedly some of the most well-crafted of his career. This isn't just chaos for the sake of chaos, every scene has purpose, rhythm, and momentum. The cast is strong, the tension is consistent, and the pacing never lets up. Ritchie knows how to make action feel kinetic and cool without losing the story. This is the kind of film that rewards people who pay attention. Smart, brutal, and incredibly well made. Number 16, Violent Night 2, Santa Claus is back, and he has not calmed down at all. Violent Night 2 continues the gleefully insane premise of a battle-hardened Santa tearing through bad guys during the holidays. The first film was a surprise hit, mixing brutal action comedy with genuine Christmas heart. The sequel goes bigger, bloodier, and somehow even more ridiculous. In the best possible way, the kills are creative, the humor is dark, and the film never pretends to be anything other than exactly what it is. It is a blast in the most literal sense. If you loved the first one, this delivers everything you want, and then some holiday carnage has never been this much fun.
And still, they came.
Number 17, Resident Evil. The Resident Evil franchise is getting a dark, gritty reboot, and early signs are very promising. This version strips back the over-the-top silliness of some earlier films and goes for a tone that is genuinely terrifying.
It wasn't always like this. Sirens. Then the emergency broadcasts.
Due to the citywide outbreak, you were advised to take shelter at the Raccoon City Police Station.
The screams. And then, silence. We fought. We hid. If anyone finds this, tell them I tried.
The infected are more horrifying, the atmosphere is suffocating, and the survival tension feels real. This is horror action done right, where every bullet counts and no one is truly safe. The lore of the games is respected here, giving fans real moments to connect with. But even if you've never played the games, the dread hits immediately. This is the version of Resident Evil that should have existed for years, dark, intense, and deeply unsettling. Number 18, Riddick, Furya Vin Diesel returns to the role he was born to play, and Furya takes Riddick home at last. This chapter finally explores the destroyed home planet of the Riddick species.
He arrives alone. Bill slips slowly through his fingers. The truth becomes clear. This place is not just...
Never stop believing in me. And when I walk into this ancient temple beside you, not every battle is won with a blade. Some are fought for the heart. This land, because they didn't come to take our world, they came to die on it.
When final truth, destiny does not hesitate.
And what is waiting there is dangerous beyond anything he has faced before. The gritty sci-fi survival tone that fans love is fully intact here. Riddick fights not just with weapons, but with raw instinct, intelligence, and pure will. The action is visceral and relentless, set against alien landscapes that feel genuinely alien. After years of waiting, fans are finally getting the continuation this character deserves. This is dark, brutal science fiction with a lone warrior at its center. Riddick is back, and Furya is personal.
Everybody got a target tonight. Everybody come along for the ride.
Number 19, Apex. In a brutal future, the most dangerous game has a new target: you. Apex is an intense sci-fi survival action film where the hunted must become the hunter to make it out alive.
You going out alone? I wouldn't recommend it.
Think you can handle it?
Yeah, I think I can handle it. Took everything.
I'm sorry. It's a drastic bummer. You hungry?
Just kind
Good until the very end of this song to get as far away from me as you can. You got the right shoes on? You'll be fine.
Deadly sharp shooting the game, gonna hit you in the soul, execution is aim. Test. Everything getting harder to find. Everybody jumping out of their mind.
Are you playing a game?
The concept is sharp, the tension is suffocating, and the action is relentless. What makes it stand out is the way it builds dread slowly before unleashing absolute chaos. Every character feels like they're one wrong move away from being eliminated. The sci-fi setting adds layers of unpredictability. You never quite know what is coming next. This is exactly the kind of original action film that stands out in a year full of franchises. Intense, clever, and genuinely thrilling.
You are the offering.
Number 20, They Will Kill You. Nobody knows exactly where they are. Nobody knows exactly who is hunting them.
Hi, I'm the new maid. It's a lot of locks.
We must pay with a human sacrifice.
Gotcha.
You little shit! On the lookout.
They Will Kill You is a violent, paranoid escape thriller set inside a massive, mysterious complex with no obvious exit. The tension here is psychological as much as physical. The fear of the unknown is just as dangerous as the people trying to stop them. The action erupts in short, brutal bursts that keep you completely off balance. This is the kind of film that keeps you leaning forward the entire time, trying to figure out what is real, visceral, strange, and deeply unsettling. For fans of high-concept action thrillers, this one is absolutely not to be missed. Number 21, Iron Lung. Imagine waking up alone in a tiny vessel surrounded by an ocean that will kill you, and not knowing why. Iron Lung is a claustrophobic, blood-soaked survival horror action hybrid that traps you with its characters and never lets go. The concept is terrifyingly simple: escape or die. The film uses its tight space masterfully, building unbearable tension from the very first scene. What lurks in the water outside is something out of your worst nightmare. The survival instinct on display here is raw and primal in a way few action films manage. This is not for the faint of heart. It is suffocating, relentless, and absolutely unforgettable. Number 22, Cliffhanger. The mountain is back, and it is more deadly than ever. The Cliffhanger remake takes the iconic high-altitude survival premise and rebuilds it for a modern audience with bigger action and brutal stakes. The original was a 90s classic for a reason: pure adrenaline, real danger, and no room for mistakes. This version keeps that DNA but amplifies everything. The stunts are massive, the drops are terrifying, and the villain is genuinely menacing. When you are hanging thousands of feet above the ground with nothing but a crumbling ledge between you and death, every second counts. This is action filmmaking at its most physical and most intense. Strap in, it is a very long way down. Number 23. The Legend of Aang the World's Last Airbender is coming to the big screen, and the elemental action looks extraordinary. The Legend of Aang adapts the beloved animated series into a live-action epic that finally does justice to the incredible combat choreography and emotional storytelling of the original.
Everything is vibrating. The world is turning. There's through the earth. All around us is a secret life beneath us.
The Four Nations, the bending battles, and the weight of Aang's destiny are all here in full cinematic form. This isn't just for fans of the show, it is a genuinely great adventure story about responsibility, balance, and sacrifice. The action sequences blend martial arts with elemental powers in ways that look absolutely breathtaking. Longtime fans finally have a live-action version worthy of the source material. This is epic fantasy action at its most joyful and its most heartfelt. Avatar fans, your time has come. Number 24, Archangel. When the mission is impossible, you send the ones who don't come back. Archangel is a tight tactical special forces action film that drops you into the middle of a high-risk operation with no guarantees. The action is precise and grounded, no superheroes, no plot armor, just trained operators doing extraordinary things under impossible pressure. Every decision has consequences, every move is calculated. The tension between the team members adds a human element that most action films skip entirely. The combat sequences are brutal and realistic in a way that keeps you completely locked in. This is the kind of action film that respects your intelligence while delivering relentless thrills. Tactical, intense, and seriously impressive. Number 25, Mutiny. The sea has always been one of mankind's most dangerous enemies, and Mutiny reminds you why, set on a ship descending into chaos and violence. This gritty high seas survival action film pits crew members against both the ocean and each other. The tension between characters is just as dangerous as any storm.
We've got a code red.
I think you can save them. You're outnumbered.
Maybe, but I'm not outmatched.
When survival instincts take over, loyalty becomes the first casualty. The action is raw, physical, and brutally realistic. There is nowhere to run when your battlefield is a ship in the middle of the ocean, and the film uses that claustrophobic isolation brilliantly. This is a survival story where the most terrifying threat wears a human face. Dark, relentless, and deeply compelling. 2026 is delivering on every front. Big franchises, original stories, brutal action, and pure spectacle. There is something on this list for every kind of action fan. Drop a comment and let us know which one you are most excited for. And if you haven't already, subscribe because we've got more movie content coming all year long.